I'm Chance Brake.
I'm Sid Smith.
And this is the BS Boys Outdoors.
And welcome to this week's edition of What's in Outdoors on KVOE with Phil Totten. Our program brought to you weekly by our good friends at Express Tire and Auto, the Gun Den, Deeker Trailer Sales and Service, and also Blue Stem Farm and Ranch Supply. Phil, good morning.
Well, Ron, it is a very, very nice looking morning out there, I guarantee you. It's bright and sunny, but I woke up in sort of a gloom because I'm in the crossroads of life.
You're at the crossroads.
Yeah.
There's a fork in the road?
Well, it's something going on there. But you know, a couple weeks ago, I was really almost a Duck Dynasty groupie.
Well, you're looking like one right now.
Well, that's going to go. I took so much Benadryl last night to stop this itching. I'm a little goofy, I'll guarantee you. But you know, I got to thinking, and I knew Chance and Sid was going to come to the show, and they are production managers right now at the young age. And they're from Caney, and we're going to introduce them here pretty soon and talk about their videos. But you know, I do have an active mind.
I know that.
And then we're going to have Gib Rhodes on the show, and so here I got a production staff ready to go.
You're being filmed as you speak.
Minimum wage. I got Gib, sort of like my pay on the show right now. I got Gib.
You got him cheap then, didn't you?
I got Gib, who is a nationally known guide, knows everything there is to know about turkey. And so I thought, why do I want to be a Duck Dynasty groupie when I can form my own group called Team Turkey? And what bothers me, though, is you know, we've talked about this, people just don't take me serious.
I do.
I was at the Clint Boyer deal yesterday, and I saw what all fame can do, you know, and recognition, and Clint, thank you, son, for what all you're doing for Emporia. But I really thought, Phil, you won't get into all this. And then I was talking to some TV people that I know from way back, some other shows we used to do, I think we used to do. And anyway, they want to know that I know anybody that might want to be on TV. So I go over there and talk to Mr. Toso and Ron Whitney, and you know, they didn't take me serious. So I'm going to sit over here today and just sort of...
It did work, though, because Ray Toso ended up on TV.
Yeah, but how come they never took me serious to start with?
I think they might just have been playing with you.
See, I was working on my deal, so I'm just going to be over here and you take me serious. And one guy had the duck, you know, the duck decoy on his head. I got it all wrong. We got production, we got Gib. So after today's show, I want you to let me know you're a professional, where we stand on this media.
Well, I will certainly do that, and I know that we're going to have to get a shot of you and that lid you're sporting.
Well, the guys, you know, we've had them on our webpage several weeks now, and I got to watching their shows, and they do an outstanding job. They cook, and so just what did it take to get started doing this?
Who are these young men? Let's introduce them.
This is Chance
Brake.
Chance Brake. Are you in a relation to Artie Brake and Salina?
Oh, I'm not for sure.
I hope not.
Let's make sure we talk right into those microphones.
And Sid Smith. One of them's in 9th grade and one of them is in 8th grade. Like I said, these are two young ambassadors to the outdoors we have. So, guys, what got you started in doing what you're doing?
Well, for me, it was my dad. He grew up in the outdoors and loved to hunt and fish and kick around in the dirt. And we've always been best friends and hung out and used to run around and shoot the old pistols at each other and run around in the woods.
And if you didn't have pistols, you're probably pointing your fingers.
Yeah. And I mean, we just love to hunt and the great outdoors that God gave us, and it just went on from there. I mean, that's all I can really say about it, you know.
Yeah.
Now, do you live right there? Do you live right there in Caney, in town? How big is Caney?
Oh, it's not very big. I think the population is I think it's 1,000 or a little bit more, or something like that. It's not huge.
And in our conversation last night, you said you both participate in athletics in school.
Yes, sir.
What do you do, Sid?
I do football.
Football.
Yep.
Well, I used to do football, and I have a little bit of memory left, and you know, we'll go with that. But
Phil was an all-state football performer.
That was quite a while. Like I was mentioned last night, it's been a long time since I even run 100 yards.
Yeah.
But do you both participate in FF8?
I'm not old enough yet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But I am. I get to go to state here in a couple weeks, so going to K-State.
To a program there?
Yeah,
One
the
of the-
FFA state. So.
One of the things that I love to talk to people about in school and programs is what we call envirothons and eco meets, and we just had something called WHEP, which is a wildlife habitat, it's an environmental program. And these are all great programs to carry on, you know, with what we want to do in wildlife, to know about conservation and things like that. So I do want to send that message, you know, back down to Caney with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly is it you guys do video-wise?
Oh, well, we just take videos of our great outdoor adventures. I mean,
Yeah, we hunt, fish, cook, and all that stuff.
Well, I'm really interested in the video, and we have this on the What's in Outdoors webpage. The first one I watched, you were cooking backstrap on a
Yep.
deer. Now, what I'm really interested to know is who cleans up this kitchen when you're done?
We have to.
okay. We don't always do it right, but we have to.
All right, and were those morel mushrooms you were cooking?
Straight out of the package.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, you piqued my interest there for a second, Phil.
Well, I know these fellas know where some are, and where they're going to be, but you know, I didn't quite recognize them on the video. But you will be sure to remember where old Phil is when they start popping up, won't you?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys mushroom hunters too?
Oh, yeah. I love the morels.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
And I also saw that you just did a new video with spoonbill cooking. Now, on this video, do you have pictures of you fishing for spoonbill? That's something I've never done.
No, we weren't able to video at the time because Sid, he wasn't with me at the time. My father was, but he didn't quite know how to run the video camera, so he was taking pictures. But it just shows all the steps on how to cook it, and that was my first time ever spoonbill fishing. So,
Yeah.
and it was a blast. So.
Well, Gib, have you ever been spoonbill fishing? Didn't you tell me that you used to have some ties down in that neck of the woods?
Well, I have not, but I'll tell you what, they've got a video on catching catfish that's really great. I mean, if people haven't had a chance to go to their website and look at these videos, they're missing something. These young men are doing an excellent job. One of my favorites, besides the cooking, you know, the backstrap and all, was the rabbit, catching the rabbits and fixing them. It kind of brought back a lot of memories from my childhood.
Oh yeah, a rabbit is my favorite wild game, it really is. I need to get into seeing that spoonbill fishing. I was talking to Michael Pierce last night, exchanging emails, and he's really interested in your fishing video, and so maybe we can hook you up with some media somewhere down the line. And of course, having Gib on the show, are you members of the Wild Turkey Federation?
They are now, Phil.
All right.
I'll tell you what, the Flint Hills Gobblers are giving Chance, Sid, and Sawyer a free Jake's membership, and we've invited them to come to our Jake's events, and I hope they can attend the state Jake's camp this year and videotape what we're doing. So with their membership, they'll get a full color magazine called Jake's Country, decals, and all the benefits that come with that. So yes, Phil, they are now Jake's members.
Great. Have you all been turkey hunting yet down in there?
Yeah, we went the other day. But
Do you have any luck?
well, we had one coming in, but didn't come to us where we could take a shot. So
Yeah.
But
Well, I talked to Ashley here for the show. You both had a hunter education, which is great, and that's an awful good program. And I'm really looking forward to working with you and talking with Steve there last night. You know, Ron, you probably noticed at the places you go out and see people how small the world this is.
Indeed.
And just, you know, through conversation, Steve was in Vietnam with some of our boys here from Emporia. Michael Hubert, he remembered Michael. And just, you know, did you grow up doing the things that these boys are doing now, Steve?
Pretty much. Pretty much. We saw what an important thing it was in life to have that freedom of being able to enjoy what God gave us. And I think I was probably more inclined and maybe more able to help pass some of that on to my grandsons than what I ever received, because we just didn't do it.
Well, a lot of-
You did it out of necessity.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like my parents, they hunted because they needed the food.
Definitely.
It was a different situation. And here we do it for fun, and which is such a blessing.
Well, I tell you, it is a beautiful day out there. I'm gonna be heading to the regional championships in Sterling when it's over, and one of the things that I'll be bringing back is probably about 160 quail. So guys, I don't know if you know where Fort Scott is or how close you are to that. We do have field trials down there, and I want to get with you sometime and do a program on how to clean quail. You know, we discussed that, and I can show you how to make one look like a bullfrog. And I sort of did that to test the guys that my daughters were dating. If they really thought that was a bullfrog, I asked the girls not to bring them back over the house no more, you know. But you said you had a bird dog. What was it all about?
Oh yeah, we got Chesapeakes.
Okay, now that's a lab, that's a retriever.
Yep.
Yeah, this is something, to me, growing up having a bird dog, that was a pointing dog.
Yeah, my grandfather, he's got the German short hair. He's all into those dogs.
So do you get, or is there very many birds down there, or, you know, this is one thing I do know, there's another quail initiative going on down in that neck of the woods.
Yeah, well, it just depends on how harsh the winter is, if the quail are up, you know, around our area or not, so.
So how do you guys come up with ideas for your videos?
Just whatever comes along in our life, you know.
So do you trade off, who's the guy with the camera? Do you both do that? I mean, how?
Yeah, we got us a new tripod, so it's working out like a third person.
There you go. Couple more legs.
Is this tripod moving here, or is someone there, or are you just taking a shot right through?
It's just taking a shot of all of us and
Yeah.
videoing us, so.
Well, I appreciate you all getting the word out on outdoor heritage and traditions, especially for a couple of young people, what you're doing. And one of our sponsors is Blue Stem Farm and Ranch. I for sure want you to go by Blue Stem Farm and Ranch before you leave. I talked to a guy from North Carolina last night. He was working the Boyer trailer, and he saw I had a blue stem hat on, and he said, partner, he said, that is one great place. And he said, we went in there and only had 18 minutes. He said, I could spend a whole day in there. So.
Well, that's good stuff. And again, the videos, you can log on to KVOE.com, and on the What's in Outdoors link, we have an icon right on our homepage. You can find the videos that Chance and Sid have put together, and it will link to where you can find other stuff that they have done. Too many to mention here, I suppose, huh?
Yeah.
How many have you done, do you know?
I think we got 5 or going on 6 so far, so.
Which is your most memorable one right now that you've done?
For me, I think it was our first coyote hunt when we made our first video, so.
And you call them, or do you use decoys
Yeah,
for
we
coyotes?
used the squeal. The squeal,
We actually used a crow call.
Crow call.
But we just make it squeal, and we stuck a feather on a string and stuck it out, and it just waves around. And
Look here, Ron. This is something Gib don't even know about.
Gee, Vinny. I feel uncamouflaged in here this morning, you know that? Certainly sticking out, aren't I? Okay, Phil. You're tuned in to What's in Outdoors.
You saw that live.
Yes, I did. We're back with more right after this.
Guys, we do want to cover the benefit.
Okay.
They have a young guy, cancer,
brain cancer.
that they're going to be having a benefit for. Give me a release, and we'll get that up on the webpage.
Okay. Well, I have our paper right here. A little information. So.
Give that copy. If you can send me a electrical
On the email?
Yeah, on the email, that I get the word out to a lot of people. I can send it to some papers. Why don't we go with this, and then close this segment, Gib, and then we'll go in with what you did last week at the governor's.
Wrench and Chase does, Chance's older brother does a lot of the editing on the video and stuff, does a wonderful job. So, you know, give poor old Chase a
Ashley,
shot.
can you think of anything we should throw out there?
Yeah, just the
Little
benefits,
brother.
the primary thing, yeah, maybe a happy birthday to Scout.
And then Chance also has a little brother the same age as Sawyer. So we get to
Team
hunt
Turkey,
all
we
of
had
them.
it going on,
Yeah,
guys. If
yeah.
I could just get rid of this itch. You know, Sid ain't got nothing on me,
He
Ron.
ain't
You
got
know that.
nothing.
That's original.
Yeah,
If I be
if we
down
can just
in
get
there
your
or
head
anything like
underwater
that,
when
I'd
you
get
come out of
shot.
the water, Phil, we'll have it made.
Leave that on. I've got a good one coming for you.
Uh-oh.
You're not gonna get away with this.
I need to speak to about 400 kids by Friday, Ron, so I'm just working on some stuff. I got a program in Alma. Next Friday is going to be the radio show from Eisenhower Park.
Okay.
Also carry a variety of truck accessories, some of which are made in Kansas, like BMW hitches, Thunder's truck grill guards, and
You know what that is?
I give up. Supposedly it's screeching.
You don't know what that is?
Screeching woman.
I've heard one or two of these.
Somebody.
And welcome back to What's In Outdoors on KVOE with your host Phil Totten, heard every Friday morning at 8:15 here on KVOE, brought to you by Express Tire and Auto, The Gun Den, Deeker Trailer Sales and Service, and our friends at Blue Stem Farm and Ranch Supply. Phil in with guest Chance Brink and Sid Smith. These youngsters are all kind of video entrepreneurs, it sounds like, and nice to have in studio. And log on to KVOE.com and check out what they do.
I'll tell you, there's a couple of tough individuals. I talked to them last night, and I really wanted them to get down here to meet Clint, because they would fit right in with Clint. But they had some kind of wreck or something that you had to detour.
But, yeah, they closed part of 99 because of an accident.
And when they got down here, it was just too late. But got a big birthday going on. What's that all about?
Yeah, my little brother Scout's birthday. I want to say happy birthday.
And his name's Scout?
Yep, Scout.
All right.
All right.
He's gotta be an outdoorsman.
Gotta be. And you guys got a big fundraising event coming up here next month, huh?
Yes, sir. A boy from Copan, Oklahoma named Garrett Batigi. He has been diagnosed with brain cancer. We get to hang out with the family a lot. Great people. We're doing a benefit for him, a catfishing fundraiser, on May 18th to the 19th. Sign up would be Friday night. It's a $45 entry fee, and $15 out of the 45 will go to the family. So it'll be a good deal.
Now, is that going to be at the lake that you did your catfishing tournament on?
Well, it'll be in Kansas and Oklahoma fishing. Anyone from Oklahoma, they can fish anywhere in Oklahoma and bring their fish.
Well,
And
you
anyone
guys
in
are
Kansas.
tough bringing people from
Yes,
Oklahoma. Man. Well, Mr. Rose, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great this morning. It's an honor to be here with these young men. This is what the National Wild Turkey Federation and the Flint Hills Gobblers chapter is all about, Phil, and you know that.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
love
sir.
getting the youth involved in outdoors events, and we're the leading chapter in the state of Kansas with 160 Jake's members last year, and we're well over 100 this year.
Well, you know, in closing, Ron, what I really like about watching Gib, you know, he was just as excited talking about those birds showing up and coming in and crossing the fence as he was about the harvest. So in closing, listeners, if you can, our thoughts are with Garrett. We want to do all we can to help him out. You fishermen, I know there's some catfishermen in the neck of the woods. Stay tuned. We'll get a release out there for you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and What's In Outdoors, we'll be outdoors this weekend running dogs up around Sterling.
All right, Phil, and a big thanks to Chance, Sid. Good to meet you guys. Thanks for coming in this morning. Yep, always good to have you in.
I just might, in closing, say, Phil, if you wear that pretty girl outside, this is mating season for those dogs. Be careful.
Now we know why he's wearing that thing. What's In Outdoors brought to you by Express Tire and Auto, The Gun Den, Deeker Trailer Sales and Service, and Blue Stem Farm and Ranch Supply.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
Let me thank all of you guys for what you do for the youth of Kansas.
So we'll
It is
stay in touch
wonderful.
with you
Thank you so
and let
much.
you know some programs, and if we can, we'll get with Terry and get some exposure with the Kansas Wildlife Federation. Thank you, Ron.
Phil?
I'll try to get normal one of these days.
No, don't do that.
We're okay, we're swimming now? I want our next dancer.
It's nice to meet you guys, and I hope you guys can